Jiuzhaigou National Park is renowned for its stunning natural beauty, including vibrant, multicolored lakes, cascading waterfalls, and lush forests, making it a must-visit for nature lovers. It is not possible to visit every spot in the national park within one day. My video will cover recommendations on which spots to visit and which to skip with explanation on why. I also show comparison of the views when it rains and if you should still enter the park. The most common way to reach Jiuzhaigou is from Chengdu city. Take the high-speed rail from Chengdu East Station to the Huanglong Railway Station. The journey will take about 2 hours, covering a distance of 440 kilometers. High-speed rail journeys are very comfortable. This is first-class seats and it is 60% more expensive than second-class seats. Second-class seats are 5 seats a row. Huanglong Railway Station is the closest railway station to Jiuzhaigou, but it is still 88 kilometers away. You will need to catch a connecting bus to Jiuzhaigou. Book the tickets via trip.com at least 2 weeks ahead. Search for Jiuzhaigou National Park and click on shuttle bus. Choose the one for Huanglong to Jiuzhaigou for this trip and the reverse name for the return trip. Do make sure the bus time is suitable for your train arrival time. One day before the bus date, you will be contacted via trip.com messaging. They will request for your WeChat ID and provide you with the bus number plate and instruction. You can use WeChat translation to English if necessary. From Huanglong Railway Station exit, the bus waiting area is on the right-hand side after you go up the escalator. Look for your bus and the journey will take about 2 hours for the distance of 88 kilometers. It is quite a winding road, hence the bus is not moving that fast. The other option to go to Jiuzhaigou from Chengdu is making the whole journey by bus, which will take a longer 7 to 8 hours. Hence, the train and bus combo is the most popular way. The bus will stop at multiple stops in Jiuzhaigou. If you are not sure which is the closest stop to your hotel, do show the driver your hotel address. I stayed at Holiday Inn Express, which is conveniently located just 15 minutes walk from Jiuzhaigou National Park entrance, and there is a McDonald's and local convenience store just below the rooms. However, it is a bit more pricey compared to a local hotel. On the next day, make your way to Jiuzhaigou National Park. You should buy the tickets ahead via trip.com. There are storage lockers available to rent if you need it. The LCD screen is only in Chinese though. The park opens at 8 am, however by 7:30 am you will see a large queue of people. Some older folks tried to cut queue while I was queuing here, so don't be too surprised by it. The only transportation mode in the park is by bus, which is included in the tickets. Get on the bus, but if there are no seats, there are no need to rush in as there are a lot of buses available. Wait for the next bus as it is too long to stand on to the first stop. Every bus has a guide. You can ask the guide if you have any questions. Jiuzhaigou National Park route is shaped like a Y, consisting of 3 valleys, Rize Valley, Shuzheng Valley, and Zechawa Valley, with the restaurant area at the Huanglong Visitor Center located at the intersection of the valleys. The green locations are my recommended spots to visit, while those in red should skip. Those in blue can be visited if you have remaining time at the end of the day. The bus will randomly bring you to either Rize Valley or Zechawa Valley to spread out the crowds. The bus I was on went to Rize Valley direction, and I recommend skipping Primeval Forest, which I will show at the end of Rize Valley video section. Grass and Swan Lake are closed for preservation during my visit, but I would recommend skipping them even if they are open. The bus will take 15 minutes to reach Primeval Forest. Instead, get down at Arrow Lake, which only takes 32 minutes. As some tourists will go to primeval forest. Hopefully, you face less crowds throughout the day as you are skipping ahead. Grass Lake, Swan Lake, Panda Lake, and Arrow Bamboo Lake are all fairly similar. So just visiting Arrow Bamboo Lake is enough. Hopefully, you can get a clear sunny day and see the beautiful reflections on the lake. The walking path will bring you to Arrow Bamboo Lake waterfall next. The waterfall was formed by travertine collapse and runs along a length of 150 meters. Initially, the path you are walking are on top of the waterfall and it will loop down to the bottom portion. The fall is only 2.5 meters tall, but still beautiful to look at. You can continue walk to Panda Lake nearby, but skip it and take the bus to Five Flower Lake instead to save time. Five Flower Lake is considered the essence of Jiuzhaigou. The walking path will bring you to circle the whole lake. Widely considered as the most beautiful lake and the one spot that you cannot miss out on in the national park. You can understand why is that as soon as you see the crystal clear water and vibrant colors. The colors are due to the calcium carbonate in the waters, the algae, aquatic grass, dead trees, and reflections of the lush forest surrounding the lake. Definitely recommended to complete the whole circular route to experience the different views. This is also one of the few locations in Jiuzhaigou where you can find costume rental, photography service, and snack store. After completing the circular path, get back to the bus stop and go to the next spot, which is Pearl Shoals and Pearl Shoal Waterfall. The Pearl Shoal is a unique natural formation covered with numerous pits and hollows over a wide slope measuring around 163 meters. As the stream rushes down the slope, water bubbles are created as the water passes the pits and hollows. Under the sun, they look like pearls scattered across the surface. The Pearl Shoal Waterfalls is of a height of 21 meters and 270 meters wide. It is the second largest waterfall in Jiuzhaigou after the Norilang waterfall. I actually love the smaller Arrow Bamboo waterfall and Shuzheng waterfall more than the bigger ones. The water that accumulates at the bottom merges into a stream. Follow the path that runs along the stream, which will later turn into a jungle trail to reach the Mineral Lake bus stop. It is a bit of a longer walk at about 460 meters. From here, catch the bus to Mineral Lake, which will be the last stop at Rize Valley. Mineral Lake is known as the best place to see reflections on the waters in Jiuzhaigou. Unfortunately, the water isn't calm enough when I was there. The lake itself is narrow and long at about 1000 meters and the mountains around it filled with trees. From online comments, it seems that you have to be here early morning to be able to get the best reflections. Get back on the bus and it will bring you to the Norilang Visitor Center. This is the main restaurant area within Jiuzhaigou National Park. If you follow my recommendations, you will be here at around 11:30 am, which is the right time to get lunch. There are 24 restaurants offering mostly Chinese food. I only saw one restaurant named Be Like selling burger and pizza. There are many indoor and outdoor seating area if you brought your own food. The visitor center also has many stalls selling souvenirs. Norilang Visitor Center acts as the center hub of the park where you can catch the bus to Rize Valley, Zechawa Valley, and Shuzheng Valley. Some of the video footage are taken on a rainy day as I was here for 2 days and one of it was raining. And this leads me to my recommendation if you should visit during a rainy day and why you should skip Primeval Forest and Panda Lake. If it was raining, buy the waterproof shoe covers from vendors. They are sold 10 renminbi for a pair. and also buy a raincoat if you do not bring your own. The primeval forest is located at the furthest end of Rize Valley. It is a virgin forest area. The 950 meters wooden path will take about 20 minutes to complete. I think the view is typical forested area, so in the interest of time, it should be skipped. The bus took additional 20 minutes from Arrow Bamboo Lake, so together with the journey back, you are saving 1 hour in total. And this is the view at Panda Lake. It is one of the less interesting lake view in Jiuzhaigou. I think most people just visited it because it is next to Arrow Bamboo waterfall. And if it is raining, these are the views at the Five Flower Lake area. As you can see, the views are vastly worse off than what you can see on a sunny day. In addition, you need to be careful while walking, as the grip on the waterproof shoe covers are not great. I will replace some select scenes on a sunny day for comparison. In short, I do not recommend entering the park on a rainy day. If possible, plan a spare day or use the day meant for visiting Huanglong National Park. A quick reminder to help like and subscribe to my channel for the next travel video. After lunch at Norilang Visitor Center, make the visit to Zechawa Valley. Norilang waterfall is close to the visitor center, but I think it's better to go to Zechawa Valley first, as Norilang waterfall is 800 meters in the opposite direction and you have to retrace your route back. The bus from Norilang Visitor Center will take 25 minutes to reach Long Lake at the end of the Zechawa Valley. This is the largest, widest and highest elevation lake in Jiuzhaigou, located at the end of Zechawa Valley. The source of Long Lake is melted snow from the mountains. Together, the azure color waters and lush trees on the mountains encircling the lake create a breathtaking view. There are also custom rental photography service and snack stores here. The second lake in Zechawa Valley is Five Color Pond. It is 750 meters walk from Long Lake. The pond is actually quite small compared to the other lakes in Jiuzhaigou. I think the water level is lower than usual during the day of my visit. Regardless, it does exhibit brilliant colors due to varying mineral concentrations at different depths. From here, catch the bus back to Norilang Visitor Center. In total, Zechawa Valley should take about 1.5 hours and bring you to around 2 p.m. The last valley to visit is Shuzheng Valley. I would recommend visiting those in green and skipping those in red. At the end of this video session, I will show how Rhinoceros Lake and Sparkling Lake looks. The location in blue is recommended if you have time left. The first location is Norilang Waterfall. To get here, walk about 800 meters from Norilang Visitor Center. Norilang Waterfall is one of the largest travertine waterfall in China and the widest of all the waterfalls in Jiuzhaigou, at 300 meters width and a drop of 20 meters. The source of this waterfall lies in Rize Valley, and the water cascades down from a flat surface at the top. However, this is not visible unless it is viewed from a drone. From here, walk about 465 meters to the next bus stop and get off at Tiger Lake. Tiger Lake looks somewhat similar and smaller than Arrow Bamboo Lake. However, since it is the closest bus stop to Shuzheng Waterfall, we will get down here. The name is derived from the reflections of the trees on the lake during autumn, as they look like tiger stripes. From here, walk about 140 meters to Shuzheng Waterfall. Shuzheng Waterfall is the smallest of the four main waterfalls in Jiuzhaigou. It is 62 meters wide and 11 meters tall. Even though it is the smallest, it is one of my favorites, the other being Arrow Bamboo Waterfall. Both are surrounded by small greenery and you get much closer to the cascades. The water flows through the 19 lakes that make up Shuzheng Lakes one after another that I will show later. Follow the path along the stream that will bring you to Shuzheng Village. The area around here is a popular photo spot, and there are costume rental shops in the village. About 630 meters from the waterfall is Shuzheng Village. Jiuzhaigou actually translates to 9 Tibetan village in Chinese, and it refers to the 9 villages that exist in this area. Shuzheng Village is the largest and busiest among them, though still a small village. In front of the village are 9 white Tibetan pagodas and a row of prayer wheels. There are some snacks and drink stalls around the entrance. One location that most visitors might miss is the panorama platform located on the far right hand side of the village. Follow this route and climb up the stairs to reach the platform. It is free to enter. It is only from this platform that you can get a proper view of Shuzheng Lakes. Shuzheng Lakes is a series of interconnected small lakes spanning over 5 kilometers. We actually walked past a few of the lakes on the route between Shuzheng Waterfall and Shuzheng Village. However, you can't really know the scale of the interconnected lakes until you see them from this platform. From the village, take the bus to Sparkling Lake, which is actually unimpressive. Just walk a further 130 meters to the first optional location, Double Dragon Lake. Based on my timing, it should be just before 4 p.m. If you find yourself about the same pace, definitely make a stop here. Double Dragon Lake gets its name from the 2 underwater ridges beneath the crystal clear waters. The path will bring you to Double Dragon Waterfall just a bit further. This is one of the smallest waterfalls in Jiuzhaigou at 85 meters wide and 8 meters high. Lastly, get on the bus to the last location, Jiuzhaigou Temple. I find that there are very few visitors here, as I think most people run out of time or probably too tired after a long day. Most people would mistaken it to be a Buddhist temple. This is a Bonpo temple dedicated to Bon religion, which is the indigenous religion of Tibet. The older form is rooted in animistic and shamanistic beliefs, while the most recent form has some elements of Buddhism. Entrance is free, but you may be asked for a voluntary donation. Once done exploring, get on the bus and it will bring you back to the entrance, and that concludes the visit to Jiuzhaigou National Park. This is the view of Sparkling Lake and Rhinoceros Lake that I recommend to skip. Rhinoceros Lake looks very basic, and Sparkling Lake was actually damaged by previous earthquake, and now it's just a small pond, so I didn't find it necessary to visit both these spots. In terms of food, if you are staying near Holiday Inn Express where I was staying, just walk another 7 minutes to the opposite direction of the national park entrance and you will find more than a dozen restaurants. Other than Chinese and Tibetan restaurants, there is a McDonald's and a KFC as well. There are other hotel locations further away from the entrance that you can stay in, but you will need to use DD taxi rather than walk to the entrance. For the third day, make a visit to Huanglong National Park. It is located 110 kilometers from Jiuzhaigou and actually just 26 kilometers from Huanglong Jiuzhai railway station. Book the shuttle bus by searching for Huanglong Scenic Spot and click on shuttle bus option. Book for both the to and return journey, which are sold separately. One day before the bus date, you will be contacted via trip.com messaging. They will request for your WeChat ID and provide you with the pickup location and bus number plate. As I was their only customer for my time slot, they used a car to pick me up that day. The 110 kilometers journey will take 2 hours as it is a winding road. Typically, visitors will use the cable car to go up and then walk down Huanglong National Park. Hence, the car will send me to the cable car station, which is 2 kilometers away from the park entrance. Do buy the tickets for the park and cable car via trip.com. The cable car will bring you to the top station in just 5 minutes. However, there is still a 2.2 km walk to actually reach Huanglong Valley. Walking there will take 40 minutes, but you can pay for a shuttle ride, which is what most people will do. Shown here is the map of the park. Once the shuttle ride drops you off, just follow the green route. One very important note is that Huanglong National Park is only worth visiting between middle of June to end of October, as outside of this period, the pools are mostly dry up. As I'm visiting end May, I can only show a small portion of what it looks like. Unfortunately, the first spot is totally dry up, and this is the case for 80% of the park. Follow the route towards Huanglong Ancient Temple. This small Taoist temple has a history of more than 600 years. It only consists of a courtyard and a hall, so it is just a quick stop. Follow the route that brings you to behind the temple. The multicolored pond is located 430 meters away and is the prettiest spot in the park even during the season when other areas are filled with water. Located at an altitude of 3,576 meters, it is the highest group of travertine pools. It is supposed to consist of 693 layered mineral pools. Looks similar to those at Pamukkale in Turkey. Due to its high altitude, it is more likely to get altitude sickness here than in Jiuzhaigou National Park, so you might see some people buying an oxygen can. From the multicolored pond, just follow the green route, which typically is on the right side, to walk the whole 4.6 kilometers route that will bring you back to the entrance. As I mentioned, 80% of the roughly 3,400 pools are dry up in late May, so I won't be showing too much of the rest of the park. During the ride season, it is a must-visit location while visiting Jiuzhaigou. Outside the ride season, I would say just skip it unless you are fine with seeing just 20% of the pools fill up. The 4.6 km route will take about 2 hours. You should expect to take 3 to 3.5 hours in the park in total, depending on how busy the park is. There are no restaurants in the park, just stalls selling snacks and instant noodles, so you should bring your own food. The wooden walkway in the park is well maintained, but do wear comfortable walking shoes. And much of the area are unshaded, so wear sun hat and sunscreen. At the entrance or exit, the Huanglong Tourist Center has snacks and convenience store on the ground floor and a restaurant on the third floor. Most importantly, they also offer free luggage storage. It is possible to visit Huanglong National Park and directly depart to the train station afterwards. In that case, leave your luggage here and take the free shuttle bus to the cable car station at the start of your visit. There are shared vans that you can hire to bring you to Huanglong Jiuzhai railway station from here. Lastly, I list out the cost of the activities for reference. Do pause if you'd like to have a look. For explanation on essential apps that include e-payment and various transportation, please watch the last section of my Beijing or Shanghai videos. Do help to like and subscribe to my channel for the next travel videos.